Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Zodiac Bandit, and today I'm going to be continuing ranking the Critical Role PCs. This time I'm doing Marisha's characters, Peja, Beau, Keyleth, and Ladna. Let's get into it. At number 4, I have Peja, so she is last place. And honestly, for me, what it comes down to, because Peja is an excellent character, I really enjoyed her little story, her connections to Avalier, and to the people who started Avalier, to potentially her relationship to the Raven Queen and all the other players around her. The only negative thing that I think really kind of weighed her down to me is in Avalier, there's a bunch of other people just like her. All powerful mages looking to sort of move their way up in the Avalierian hierarchy. And honestly, we came in contact with like 3 or 4 characters who, if Marisha really wanted to, could have played them, and it still made sense to me. And that's unfortunate because the rest of the cast were such standouts. They were individuals who were different from other people in Avalier, which does make Marisha's character unique in the fact that she fits the mold of Avalier. But I didn't like the fact that when you turn from one conversation to another with her, she would potentially run into somebody who was very close to identical in their motivations and her motivations, which is a little unfortunate. So, because of that one thing, she's down here at number 4. But she's still an excellent character. Her, growth over the knowledge being shared and not just hoarding all the knowledge, and, realizing that just because you don't have all the knowledge doesn't mean that someone eventually won't, and that Avalier can rise again in some different way, and that letting go of the dream of Avalier isn't a bad thing, because the dream is just as important as the dreamer itself. That was a great character arc. Really enjoyed Peja, but that small thing about there being other people who are very similar to her kind of weigh her down just a bit. Just a bit. Not to mention, Marisha's characters are all great. So, we'll be getting into more greatness in a minute. And at number 3, I have Beauregard Lionette. I honestly only dislike one thing about Beau, and it's a terrible dislike that I have about Beau. She's a fucking monk. I hate this class. This class is so bad. Even making a homebrew class didn't change my opinion on monks. She should have just been an inquisitive rogue, and that be that. Honestly, the monk class is so dog shit that she's at number 3, and I honestly think she's a better character than Keyleth. But that drags her down so bad, in my opinion. But positive sides here. I love the story arc of her, figuring out her place if she wants to be a Cobalt Soul member, if she wants to be with the 9 and just sail with the 9 for the rest of her life, or if she wants to do something great with her life, or if she just wants to be middling in the middle of the street and not care. Just be a person, just live life, not do anything exceptional. And at the end, she kind of does 3 positive things. She sticks with the 9. She, moves up the ladder in the Cobalt Soul, and she's attempting to take down the Cerberus Assembly, which is something great that she could do in her life. That is awesome. The character started off as a character who didn't know what they were going to do with themselves. Lots of characters have an idea where they want to be at the end. Beau didn't. It's friggin' fascinating. And her relationship with Yasha also does make for a very interesting character. At the beginning, she's kind of not necessarily romantically attracted to her, just more like in a lustful way, and toward the end, it turns into true romantic passion for each other. I think my favorite part of their relationship is when Yasha gets turned evil for a little while, and Beau is pissed about this. And it's because she cares about Yasha. She didn't realize that until after everything kind of happened, that she's so pissed off about it because of her feelings toward Yasha, which I really enjoyed. And I really like this character, but the monk class is hot garbage, in my opinion. And again, Matt couldn't save it. I honestly think there's only one good thing with monks, and that's Stunning Strike. After that, it is pure garbage. Sure, you can attack 4 times. Whatever, so can a fighter. I honestly don't like this class, and it truly pained me to have to sit there for 141 episodes of a character I loved with a terrible class. I don't know. That's just me. I don't like the class, and I do think of the class when I talk about these characters, because a part of that is the combat, and combat is a good portion of the show. So when I have to watch combat I don't like, I have issues. So, but I still love the character, so I can't put her in fourth because the character is so good. Anyway, fuck monks. At number 2, we have Keyleth. Keyleth is a great character. Her story arc is her going from a unsure druid, young, innocent person to someone who's seen a rough, rugged world and how to become an inspiring leader. And it's awesome. I think she is an excellent character, and her relationship with Vax is great. But the character arc that she went on herself is totally separate from her relationship with Vax, in my opinion. Her arc stands alone on its without anyone else touching it. It's from her realizing that she needs to become her own person if she's going to lead an entire group of people. And it's really fun to watch her grow. And then eventually her growth also allows her to fall in love with someone. And it's great. I love this character. I also enjoy the class. Now, if you go back on my channel a little way, you will find a video that says I hate Moon Druid. I don't hate Moon Druid. I just think Moon Druid is broken. I actually really like the class. I like the idea of a druid. Simple as that. No negatives to this character in my opinion, with the exception of, there were times where even after her great character growth, she would fall back into that naive, unsure character, which after a certain point got a little annoying. Past episode 100, I was like, okay, you don't have to be unsure anymore. But before that, that was fine. So honestly, don't have too many negative things to say about Keyleth. I think all of it's positive. And I like the class. I like the character. I like the growth. I like the relationship she had. And her relationship with Percy as a best friend relationship was also really nice to see. Not every character has to fall in love with the person they interact with the most. And I think her and Percy interacted just as much as her and Vax. Maybe a little bit less. I don't know. But I really enjoyed that. And her relationship with Vex is also really good. So this character is solid, surrounded by good relationships, has an excellent story. Just sometimes she falls back into that beginning of her arc. And, it's fine. It's not a bad thing. It's really enjoyable. Great character. Not too much bad to say. Keyleth is great. Moon Druid's also great. And at number 1 is Ladna, Marisha's magnum opus of a character. This character was built with the past of Critical Role in mind, with tons of backstory that's so juicy and nice, and now she has an excellent character going with it, and a potential amazing story to come with everything that's involved with it. Her relationship with Imogen is awesome. Her relationship with the rest of the cast is growing and it's awesome. Her relationship with Delilah is fantastic so far. I love everything about Ladna. I have zero negatives. The race is really cool. The class seems to be really cool. I think she's multi-classing, which Warlock and Sorcerer, which really fun, really nice charisma-based class, which is sick. But the best part about Ladna is how much Marisha is just able to role-play her. And as you watch her play this character, and she snaps her neck around her arms and everything as she's sitting at the table, is amazing. I have to watch Marisha the whole time. I watch episodes twice to be able to see Marisha roleplay, because it is fantastic with this character. She is the best role player at the table, in my opinion, and I don't think anything is going to change about that opinion anytime soon. This character is spectacular. Her backstory is amazing. So far, her character has been perfect. My favorite thing about her is she's the one who's dead. She died. The worst thing to her to ever happen has already happened. So why shouldn't she be fucking cheery about it? And I love that outlook. I love her character. She is the person who on the exterior is the most bleak, just dark, gruesome character, but on the inside she has the most light within her, and I love that. That is awesome. Her character is dead but filled with life, and the backstory of being hung well, blasted by something and then being hung by the Sun Tree as Vex's body double is awesome. And then being raised from the dead after waking up in a pile of bodies, which I can only assume was probably an hour away from being burned by everyone else who was there by Vox Machina, and then her being a recluse for years and years to go insane and create pate, and just, this character is perfect. This character is so good, is so much fun to watch, and it really lets Marisha breathe in her RP. This character is going to be her best character. If they do more campaigns after this, nothing will rise to the occasion that is Ladna. Ladna is perfect. Her character is awesome. I don't think there's a single bad thing about her. I love everything about her. Every time she gets in combat, she nearly dies. And that is awesome. To me, that is stakes, and I love the stakes of this campaign. I love the character. This is the best character in Campaign 3, and that will not change. Ladna is amazing. Ladna is so much fun, so energetic, yet dead, and is just the best thing at the table 24/7. And I really appreciate this character. It's so good. So good. So there you have it, my ranking for Marisha's characters. Well, let me know what you guys think, because I honestly think this one will be a little divisive. I think lots of people love Beau, and I think lots of people love Keyleth, and I'm pretty sure lots of people like Peja too. So I'm excited to see what people think about in the comments below for Marisha's characters. But this is my list, my personal opinion. So yeah, I think on any given day I can switch Beau and Keyleth. I think I can look past the terrible class for Beau, but I think today I'm going to stick with Keyleth as being better. So with that being said, I will see you guys on Tuesday with the next video. Not sure who it's going to be yet, but I will decide eventually. So yeah, see ya.